It's the Binge Bomb Podcast. Whoa, it's time to talk about our favorite shows from all the streaming networks all across the globe, from Netflix to Hulu to Disney Plus and HBO. Get ready for fun and lots of show reviews. It's Binge Bomb coming to you.
Hey, it's the Binge Bomb Podcast. That means it's another Friday. We are your Q crew, Dale and Scott. Hi, Scott.
Hey, Dale. It's Friday, October 15th.
It is. This is 2 shows before our Halloween episode that we're putting together.
That's right. Excited about that.
It's going to be fun.
Scary stuff. Although we do have some scary stuff this week.
Mm-hmm. You ready to get into it?
Sure, let's go.
All right, starting with some Apple TV Plus news. Apple TV has given the green light for a 10-episode comedy titled Shrinking. It will star Jason Segal, Bill Lawrence, and Brett Goldstein. The new comedy follows a grieving therapist played by Segal who starts to break the rules and tell his clients exactly what he thinks. Ignoring his training and ethics, he finds himself making huge, tumultuous changes to people's lives, including his own.
I'm a big fan of Jason Segal. Of course, he was in that show, How I Met Your Mother, and he's done really well in films lately. One of my favorites of his is Forgetting Sarah Marshall with Kristen Bell and Russell Brand. And again, in that one, he played a grieving person, obviously, the whole thing, but it was done in a really funny way.
Right.
I assume this is kind of is this a dark comedy?
I don't know. There's nothing, I assume, but this is all brand new. There's no anything, no trailer, no images, no anything.
Got it. Coming soon to Apple TV. We know that Apple TV Plus is gearing up for tons and tons of new content.
That's right.
I suspect we're going to get news like this every single week.
Exactly. And the title of this episode, if you saw, is Unethical Shrinks. And we'll get to why we called it that in a few on the way down. This past Wednesday, Netflix announced that You will be back for a 4th season. And this was announced 2 days before the premiere of the 3rd season, which is out today.
Very excited about this show. If you guys don't know, it's very, very dark. It's very sinister. It's played by Penn Badgley from the original Gossip Girl series, plays this really kind of screwed up guy.
I like him a lot.
I love him.
He does this character well.
And so he's a murdering weirdo, but you kind of like him. You kind of feel sorry for him.
Exactly. He's just a nutcase.
And it gets more and more sinister as it goes on. I'm very excited about season 3. I find it very curious that Netflix would announce 2 days before the launch of season 3 that there's going to be a season 4. But maybe that gets people excited, and maybe that gets them to tune in to watch this new season.
Yeah. So
they know there's going to be more.
That's a great binge right there. If you've never seen it, you got 2 ready to go.
They're so great.
2 full episodes ready to go.
They're creepy.
It's great.
But they're good.
Exactly.
Yeah.
As a follow-up to sitcom That 70s Show, Netflix has given the green light to That 90s Show. This is fun, I think. This is going to be great. I'm a 90s kid. I'm going to dig this.
Yes.
But the fun part is Kurtwood Smith and Deborah Jo Rupp will reprise the roles as Red and Kitty Foreman. So they are going to be, unlike That 70s Show, which focuses on the kids as the primary. These two, the mother and father, are going to be the anchor of this new series.
Well, they were very funny, and
they, I think, were actually the best part of That 70s show.
They were
especially Kitty.
definitely seen Steelers, yeah.
And basically, this is set in Wisconsin in 1995, and it follows Leah Foreman, the daughter of Eric, who was played by Topher Grace in That 70s Show, the daughter of Eric and Donna, who was played by Laura Prepon. I don't know. I don't know how to say her last name.
I don't know that you should ever try. You should never try to pronounce things unless you're for sure. She, of course, was also most recently on Orange Is the New Black. We loved her in that. I don't know that they'll be making. Will all of the original cast members be making cameos here and there?
I couldn't find anything like that.
They should.
But I mean, this is brand new.
Yeah.
So
of course, everyone from that show is busy working. One of them's going to jail. But Topher Grace, of course, is season 2 of his new sitcom that's on broadcast TV. And do you remember the name of that?
No. And we watched a couple of it. I kind of felt
funny.
It's funny.
It's
but
funny.
It's not something that I wanted to keep up with.
Right. So maybe he's available.
Yeah, but I love what they say here. Sex, drugs, and rock and roll never dies. It just changes clothes.
There you
I
go.
Freaking love that.
That'll be fun. Well, they also did the 80s show several years ago. It didn't last very long, but I think the 90s show will probably do really well.
Yeah.
Especially since they can do things on Netflix that they can't do on broadcast TV.
Right.
So excited about that. Is that all the news you got?
That is all the news we got. That's the boring stuff anyway. We're getting to the good stuff now.
Okay.
New shows are coming your way. It's coming soon.
That's right. We have some good ones on our coming soon list. Things that you should be adding to your calendar to watch out for.
Okay.
Up first, coming to Apple TV Plus on October 29th is a new series, Swagger. It follows Jace Carson, who was the best basketball player in the region. But to achieve his dream of going pro, he must battle opponents on and off the court with the help of his coach, Ike. You know what I say about this? Mm-mm. If you like Friday Night Lights,
okay,
this is almost exactly what I see, but with basketball.
Yeah. It's also from the clip that I saw, it's the mom goes to try to talk to the coach about, please come and help this team because they can be really so much better with you.
Right.
Which was exactly like the Mighty Ducks trailer that I saw. So it's kind of that kind of thing. Let's get this phenom coach in here to help these phenom players and they'll all do better. And of course, I'm sure they do.
I mean, I actually think I am not a sports fan, but I don't think you need to be a sports fan because I believe if it's going to be, because this was actually written by the person who wrote Friday Night Lights. That's why that's all I can see.
Well, then that makes sense.
When I watch this, and with Friday Night Lights, you don't even need to like basketball because it's all about the drama off the field.
It's a soap opera.
Exactly.
Like everything else.
So that's October 29th coming to Apple TV Plus. I think that's going to be pretty cool. Hey, you actually told me about this one because I was not aware. I can't catch them all, but you caught this one.
Yeah, over at HBO Max, starting on November 4th, which is just a couple weeks away, they are reviving one of the classics from, what was it, the late 90s, early
It
aughts.
was, I believe, 1986 through a first couple years.
There you go.
90s.
We're talking about the sitcom Head of the Class, which starred Robin Givens and a bunch of other people. They're bringing it back, and Robin Givens is back playing a grown-up Darlene Merriman and dealing with her kids and high school students in her world, I guess.
Yeah.
So interested in this. It's a traditional 3-camera sitcom format that the original show was done in.
Yeah.
A lot of sitcoms are coming to the streamer. It kind of reminds me of the show The Upshaws, which we watched and really enjoyed. The sitcoms are coming back. They're a little dirtier. They're a little racier. I don't know that Head of the Class will be. I don't think Punky Brewster was, and I don't think iCarly is. But a lot of sitcoms are now finding their way to the streamers, and it's fun. It's fun. It gives them a new life, and we like going back. I mean, look what Saved by the Bell is very popular over there at Peacock, and they renewed that for a second season. So this is kind of a trend now on the streamers.
Yeah,
it's interesting that it's on HBO Max.
Right, right. I also I thought that was weird too. It just gives another generation a look at what we had watched because I actually forgotten all about this original show because I did watch a couple of episodes maybe,
sure,
but it wasn't my favorite. I never kept up with it, but I was totally forgotten all about it.
Cool. Well, now you don't have to forget about it.
Exactly. Hey, we talked earlier as to why this podcast has the title that it does, because on November 12th, coming to Apple TV Plus is The Shrink Next Door. They're going all out on these shrinks, man.
I guess so. It's very popular. So.
Yeah, starring Kathryn Hahn, Will Ferrell, and Paul Rudd. This is based on a true story of Marty and the therapist who turned his life around and then took it over. It's kind of sinister. Paul Rudd plays the therapist, and Will Ferrell plays Marty. This could be kind of cool. I'm digging it.
It looks like it's definitely a dark comedy.
Much darker, yeah.
Yeah, and it's very interesting. You're seeing Will Ferrell and Paul Rudd both as characters that I've never really seen before.
Right.
Playing very, very different types than what they usually do. And they play very well off each other. So, and of course, they've worked together before, most famously in Anchorman, which is one of the best things that they've done together. And, Kathryn Hahn, we just talked about her last week. She's one of the hardest working women in TV right now. She's, of course, embroiled in the new Marvel series. And she looks great in this. And she plays kind of this character that's warning the Will Ferrell character to watch out for Paul Rudd. So Paul Rudd's got some... ulterior motives here.
Exactly.
But it's based on a true story. It actually happened.
Is. That's what I think makes it so great.
Yeah.
Is that it really happened, dude.
Yeah.
On November 12th, coming to Disney Plus is Olaf Presents. Now, this looks like a lot of fun. It's a series shorts, is how they describe it.
Yeah.
And basically, it's Olaf steps into the spotlight and goes from snowman to showman as he takes on the roles of producer, actor, set builder. He's basically retelling 5 favorite Disney animated tales.
Yeah, like the one.
Like he's Ariel. Like the trailer is pretty cool.
Yeah, and he's telling the story of the Lion King in the trailer. So yeah, they're using Olaf as much as they can. Of course, he has his own movies and spin-offs from Frozen that are available on Disney Plus. So he's a very popular character. That's why they keep trotting him out and using him for different things.
Yeah, I think I think with the help of his reindeer friend, I was not a Frozen fan, so I don't know any of these other than Olaf. I don't know any of the character names, but his little reindeer friend is with him in some of these.
Nice.
So,
of course.
That's Olaf Presents, Disney Plus, November 12th.
All right. There's a first look out for Star Trek Discovery Season 4. We've got a date, too. It's coming to Paramount Plus on November 18th. As you guys know, Paramount Plus is really going head first in the Star Trek universe. Dale and I really enjoyed Star Trek Picard Season 1. It's been many months since we are going to get to see Season 2. I think it's still coming out sometime in 2022.
It's 2022, but they have not locked down a date yet.
It was very popular for them,
was.
but they had horrible delays because of COVID. So that's coming. Star Trek Lower Decks, of course, is the cartoon that makes fun of Star Trek, which is really fun. And there's 2 more series in the works, Star Trek Prodigy and Star Trek Strange New Worlds. So they're really going full force with Star Wars. But we're getting our 4th season of Discovery, where now can you pronounce her name? Sonequa Martin Green. I think I got it.
Yeah.
We know her. We loved her on The Walking Dead. Of course, she moved over to Star Wars. And now she's the captain of the ship. Not only that, but the ship, the USS Discovery, has jumped 900 years into the future.
Jeez.
That happened in Season 3. So it'll be interesting to see. They're going to be dealing with a whole new problem in the future. So,
nice.
Yeah, it looks. If you watch the trailer, I'll put it up on our social media, and you've got it in the notes. It looks like an action-packed movie, really.
Yeah.
Yeah. And very female-centric. That entire bridge has females on it. And I don't know that they've done that before. And Nictaro is in this, and I love her to death. She's one of the driest, funniest comedians in Hollywood, and she's on the bridge too. So enjoying that.
Yeah.
So if you guys love Star Wars, Star Trek,
right, get it right.
You got to get it right.
Yeah, I'm just waiting for Paramount Plus to just change their name to Star Trek Plus.
Yeah, they might
and just eliminate everything else that they got going on.
They might have to do that.
We're gonna tell you what to watch this week. It's time for Up Next.
All right, we got 3 for you this week, but I tell you what, this list makes me very happy. Like, I haven't been this happy about an Up Next on this podcast in a long time.
Well, this
just is great.
It's not just these 3 things, but it's also another episode of The Morning Show. It's another episode of
right.
Truth Be Told. And of course, which we already talked about earlier. So there's so much that we can watch tonight.
Right. And speaking about that, if you're following it with Truth Be Told, know that today and then next Friday, and then that's it. That series is second season's over.
Yeah.
Watch them all.
I hope we're going to get a season 3.
Right.
So I can't wait for it to get dark tonight. Let me just tell you. Because
is that when we're watching it?
Well, you cannot watch this one when the sun's out.
Right. First on our list today, it comes out today on Peacock, is Halloween Kills. We've talked about this. We've been waiting for this. Jamie Lee Curtis returns along with Judy Greer. This is picking up right from the previous one, right?
Like,
they locked him into a house, set it on fire, and I assume this one's going to open up with him coming out of the house.
Well, yeah, they assumed he was going to die because the entire house was on fire,
Right.
and he fell down in from that secret room under the kitchen island. Remember that?
Right.
If you guys don't know what we're talking about, you're stupid because it's one of the best movies, and you got to watch it. But it literally picks up from the moment that
Right.
the last film ended. So excited about that.
Because if you watch the trailer, I'm assuming that is the opening of the movie, which is Jason coming out of this burning house.
Well, not Jason. This is Michael. But that's funny. I think that's funny. It is Michael Myers, not Jason.
Right.
So yeah, but he, of course, he gets out, or there would be no movie. So I don't think that's a spoiler for anyone. But he also probably doesn't die in this one because there's one more.
You said there's one more
called
coming,
Halloween
right?
Ends, which is going to be out next Halloween, which they've already filmed.
And Jamie Lee Curtis is in that one, correct?
She better be.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not a Halloween movie without Jamie Lee Curtis.
Okay.
And this one, and I don't think she makes it out alive, Kyle Richards from The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills is in this because she was in the original as a little girl. She was like 8 years old.
What do you bet the Halloween Ends movie, right? Jamie Lee Curtis is likely to die. And it's going to be, because that's the only way to make him die. I
don't know. Yeah. I don't want that to happen. I don't want Lori to die. But
that would be an awesome ending.
We'll find out. Well, we're going to find out tonight because I really, really want to watch this. Excited about it.
Second on our list is obviously You, Series 3, dropping today on Netflix. Love and Joe, Love is the wife of Joe, are now married and have a young baby.
Ugh.
Now, if you watch the trailer, it's in the show notes below, and you must watch it all the way through because now there's like a neighbor or another love interest. And I'm willing to bet that because there is a season 4 coming, that I think either Joe or Love, because Joe and Love are essentially the same person. They actually they've met, they're perfect for each other.
Love is
the same people.
Love is just as fucked up as Joe is. So,
right. And they both have killed people. My bet is either Joe is going to kill Love or Love is going to kill Joe.
There you go.
And then the series 4 will pick up with that. That is my guess.
Okay.
That's my guess.
You don't know that, though. You're guessing.
Oh, I'm only guessing. It just dropped today. We haven't watched it.
Yeah. No, super excited about it. All right, cool.
And last on our list is I Know What You Did Last Summer, the series dropping today on Amazon Prime. This is just like the movie, except it's going to be across a series. It's that 1 year after the death of someone, they killed someone, it comes back to haunt them on their graduation.
Yeah. Well, this is certainly a good one for Scary Season 2. Right. I mean, all of these things.
Yeah.
Halloween, You, and I Know What You Did Last Summer are all perfect for the last 2 weeks of October.
It's great.
And they better be all on your list on the Halloween show.
I shouldn't be complaining. The only thing that can make this even better is that if it wasn't 85 degrees outside.
Here on the East Mid-Atlantic, it is, but hopefully it will cool off and we can have a fire in the fireplace while we watch Halloween.
I'm ready for that.
All right.
That is going to do it for this episode. We want to thank you for listening to this episode of the Binge Bump Podcast. And if you like our show, as always, be sure to rate us wherever you like to listen to your favorite podcast. We'll be back next week. And in the meantime, happy binging.